Okay, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go ahead and set up our UVs in Maya and then snapshot them out in Photoshop and just quickly texture it. Now there's a couple things I didn't build on this guitar. I didn't build the string adjusters. You guys could do that on your own. They basically just look like little knobs that you could turn and adjust the tension of the strings. And I didn't build the fret holder. You guys could probably, let's see, if we go to front view. I didn't build this. We could either build that now, or you could just build it on your own and texture it later. You know what, let's build it now. We're actually going to build it out of a separate piece. So let's go ahead and, just before we set up our UVs, we'll build that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put that into place. And we don't have to do a whole lot of modeling actually on this. And the UV on this thing will be very, very easy to set up. We're just going to go ahead and go to Shading X-Ray. The thing what's nice is when you're dealing with really good textures, you could be kind of lazy in your modeling. Like literally, I could just do this. And I could let the texturing handle the rest. They do a lot of this in games. It avoids using lots of polygons. But if you mix a great model with a great texture, obviously, it'll look phenomenal. So that'll be basically all we're going to do here. Okay, so that's it. And let's go ahead and turn off our X-ray. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up our UVs. Now that we have our set selected, we're going to go to Edit, Quick Select Sets, Front Correct Final. So that's that. And we're going to go ahead and do a UV in the Z-axis. So we're going to go to Create UV, Planner Map, Z-axis, Project, and we're just going to, if you hold Shift, it'll scale it down, but that's fine. And just go ahead and move that off to here. And since we already have the back selected, we're going to go ahead and go to Edit, Quick Select Sets. I think it was just front correct. You'll notice that it's just that. So go to Faces and do that. So it's hit Control to deselect all that. Control, just deselect the face, deselect those. So I'm just left with this. So I'm just going to go to Create UVs, Planner Map. Now this is going to be the back. Looks a lot like the front, but without the neck. And the only thing we need to do now is the sides. So just go to Side View. We don't really need a quick selection set for this because it's pretty easy to select. Alright. Okay, so we actually are going to use them. We're going to go to Edit, Quick Select Sets, Front Final 1, Edit, Quick Select Sets, Front Correct. So you'll notice that basically we have everything here. What we're going to do now is we're going to hold Shift and highlight everything. Let's try that again. So that'll deselect the things that were selected, and just going to get rid of that. We get a Control for the top here. Control Select. It basically inverts the selection, which is nice. If we do a side view, the only thing is you can't really do the bottom. We could kind of cheat here. We could do you could do an auto map, but let's see what a cylindrical. Let's see what that looks like. I'm not liking it, so don't do that. Let's have about an automatic mapping. Okay, I think these are the sides. Let's just figure it out real quick. Let's go to Faces. Yep, so the auto map works pretty good. So this is right side, left side. This is probably the bottom. Yep. And I accidentally got some of the neck in here. Don't know why that is. Okay, so that's fine. The only thing we're really concerned about is all this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to UVs, highlight these guys and move them off. Okay. UVs, highlight, move them off. Now right click and go to select shell. So I believe this is the neck. And that's the bottom, okay. Just go ahead and move those off. These are a little close together, so I'm just going to go to select shell. I just want to separate these a little. So that's going to be the right, the left, the bottom here. And let's go ahead and select shell. This is the top. Okay, you could go ahead and do something like that. And this stuff here is this thing's on the neck. This is the neck. So we could actually auto map that again if you want. So here we have all the faces on the neck. And the neck's just going to be a basic wood texture, so that's pretty easy to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open this window now. And we're going to put everything in its place here. Okay, that's pretty good. Got a little lazy with the side and front, but that's okay. It should still texture pretty good here. And obviously you want to get them all roughly the same size and dimensions. Okay. And we'll select all these guys, scale them down. Move them over here. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and apply a checkered texture rather, and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to Assign New Material, go to Blend or Lambert, doesn't matter. Color. We're just going to select a checker, hit 6, and we're going to go to Render, High Quality Rendering. And my computer crashed. Okay, so since my computer crashed, we could look at the settings. And I could go ahead and reset this. Let's see if it works. Say set. So that's not working for me. So I have to use the default. Not a big deal. I can just render this thing out and see what it looks like. So we're going to go to our Blend 1. Right here. Color. Click that. There we go. Go to Checker 1. That's what we want. And click that. No. Let's see here. Can't find my repeat here. Okay, so we'll do that again. Go to Material Attributes, Blend, click that, and go to Place 2D Texture. Mine wasn't there for some reason before. And we're going to do a 20 by 20. And if you have high quality render, you'll be able to see it better. Mine will actually have to take a second to render it. See, that looks pretty good. All the checkers are... Just do a couple of renders. All the checkers are good. Nothing's stretched out or distorted or anything like that. Let's just check the top. That looks pretty good. Yep. So there you go. Our UVs are nice and set up, so what we could do now is we could go ahead and snapshot it, put it in Photoshop, texture it up real quick. I don't know if we'll be able to do that all in 5 minutes, but we will try. Okay, so now just click this little guy to take that texture off. So these are fine. All the textures look uniform, about the same size. So we're going to go ahead and go to object mode. And we're going to go to polygons, UV snapshot. Make sure your size X and size Y is 1024 each. Browse. Again, I'm going to put mine in the guitar folder on my desktop. You guys should have a... I'll just put it here. Yours should be there. Okay. Let's try that again. Browse. Desktop. Okay. So I'm just going to say guitar snapshot. Click Save. Click OK. And go ahead and open up Photoshop and go to File, Open on your desktop. Let's see here. Where is it? It's right there. Okay. So we just have to transfer the textures. I probably should have done the neck with the back as well. But, you know, not a big deal. All we're going to do here is we're going to drag this over. I just make sure I go to here. I click on layer 1. I click this tool. And I just drag it right over. It's pretty simple. And I believe the back was the one that didn't have the handle. Let's just double check in Maya. Yeah, it was the back. Because you don't want to, you know, spend all this time putting a texture together and it's the wrong one. Decrease the opacity so you can see through it. And that's pretty good. Hit Control T. Scale it down a bit. Okay, that's good. You could always right click and warp the texture if you want. Alright, that'll be good. It doesn't really matter that you have some outlining here. We're just going to cut that away. So we're just going to highlight it. Just make sure it doesn't go over that part. Get a little closer. Okay, so we're going to keep the rest. Okay, so that's the back. Let's go ahead and do the front. Again, select this layer. You want to select the layer that the guitar is on. Select your pointer tool. Drag it in. Okay. Control T. Bring it down. You could really zoom in here and see how close you are. Turn the opacity down a little bit. So it's looking pretty good. You can warp it a bit. Don't go crazy with the warping, because it'll start to look strange if you warp it too much. Okay. Again, a good artist made all these textures. Maybe throughout the year I'll show you how to do some of these, but I'm not a great painter, so I'll have to find some good resources for you guys. So that's it. And then what you could do with the sides, obviously. Again, this is the side, so just go ahead and bring this in. Oh, wrong layer. Bring that in. And we're going to hit Control T. Okay, just bring it down. Control T again to translate. Hit Alt on your keyboard. Bring it over here. And then just take this and get rid of all that and hit Delete. Okay. You could also do it here as well. Okay. Okay, so what we'll do in the next video is we'll go ahead and just finish this up, and then you'll be done.